Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Surprise party, Leo's gossip victims, Xander's release and Theresa's dilemma. Days of Our Lives, DOL, spoilers for the week of March 18th to 22nd reveal that EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, will have a plan in place for Stefan DiMera's, Brandon Barish, flight, just like he promised. Still, Stefan will go guileful and end up catching Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, by surprise while he's plastered. It looks like Chad will hear what's going on and move Stefan to turn himself in rather. Days spoilers say Stefan will head to the Salem PD to make a concession regarding what happened to Harris Michaels, Steve Burton. Once EJ goes looking for Stefan and finds out his family's gone to the authorities, he may get nervous about how important Stefan will unmask about the DA's former escape pledges. After Harris and Ava Vitali, Tamara Braun, hit the wastes, it seems he'll confess that Stefan is the one who pulled the detector on him. Days spoilers say Ava will cloud over that news, and latterly, Harris will allude about a hitch with Stefan's deal. Harris might be pertaining to the one Stefan made with EJ since he should be in the circle on that buy also. After John Black, Drake Hodgson, gets evidence from Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, on what putatively happened to Katharina, Ellie Patricios, in Aria, he'll tell Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, that he's going to apologize to Constantine Melianis, John Capellos, and also hand himself over to the Bobbies. Of course, that plan may go crazy if Constantine decides to extinguish the pawn before John has the chance. Over with Sloane Peterson Brady, temporarily played by Natasha Hall, she'll get into an argument with Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, about Jude Brady's christening. Sloane may admit she has a problem with the event being at the DiMera manse, but Eric may get the feeling Nicole DiMera, Ariane Zucker, being part of the fests at each is the real issue. A little latterly, Eric will formally again have a hunch that Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, is being completely honest. It'll feel like Holly knows further than she's letting on when it comes to Tate Black, Jamie Martin man, so Eric may give her a punch to come clean. Eric will ultimately witness in commerce between Nicole and Sloane regarding christening arrangements, so he may pick up on Sloane's tense vibe and get bothered as a result. As for Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, he'll be released on bail and enjoy some quality time with Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey. Although it looks like Sarah and Xander may reconnect in the bedroom, they'll miss Victoria Horton Cook too important to stay down from her for long. Of course, Xander's release may come endless once Stefan gives his concession to the police, so some positive updates feel to be brewing for Sarah, Xander and their little family with Victoria. Next, Days spoilers say Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Chanel DiMera, Raven Bowens, will eventually consummate their new marriage, so they'll be on Pall 9. Soon later, Johnny will help Steve put together a surprise party for Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, and Abe Carver, James Reynolds, since they've two reasons to celebrate between her miraculous recovery and his memory returning. Back with Constantine, he'll remind Theresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, about the significance of tying the knot with Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, and scoring a big piece of the rich Kyriakis pie. Will Constantine pressure Theresa into getting back together with Alex? Away, DOL suckers can anticipate Leo Stark, Greg Rickhart, to go on the quest for some juicy gossip column ideas, so stay tuned for prognostications on who his coming victims will be. Eventually, Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, will advise Harris to leave Ava before she drags him down any farther. It'll feel like Harris is destroying his career for this woman as far as Jada's concerned, so she'll suppose Harris needs to break up with Ava for good. Days of Our Lives spoilers say the week of March 18th to 22nd will bring some stubborn salemites and so much more. Paul Telfer and Ashley Puzimis tease the ineluctable Xander twist that could set Holly straight. All products and services featured are singly chosen by editors. Still, Soaps.com may admit a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may admit certain auditable data for counting purposes. Suckers of Days of Our Lives right now are feeling a bit put out with Holly. They've been staying months for her to wake up from her overdose coma and come clean about the medicine she took. That would get Tate off the hook, out of the halfway house and safe from EJ's single-inclined determination to destroy him. But rather, she's played dumb, preferring to save her image and save Nicole heartache over stopping Tate's life from being hugely derailed. To say folks are dissatisfied in her would presumably be an understatement. But she's still a spooked teen and we'd be kidding ourselves if we allowed. They always made the stylish opinions, let alone in Salem where they've similar horrible part models, and yet there's one surprising part model who might be suitable to set Holly straight, though we no way indeed allowed of it until Ashley Puzimis took us behind the scenes for a ridiculous hassle with Paul Telfer, Xander, and Lindsay Godfrey, Sarah. Days of Our Lives handed the reins of their Instagram over to the youthful actress for a day and she gave us a peep at life on the cleaner. And that included a history assignment about Holly and Xander. In one of the clips, which you can check out below, Puzimis tells a gratified Telfer, "I heard that you abducted Holly when she was a baby." In between laughing, Xander's portrayer points out a veritably important detail. "Look, the one thing that's been harmonious through all of my hijackings is that my victims always come my musketeers latterly. One of them indeed married me." Yeah, Puzimis laughs, "We besties." Well, perhaps not yet. But if the show stays harmonious and they do end up being musketeers, that could be a game changer. After each, Xander was, kind of, her stepdad at one point when he forced Nicole into marriage. And actually, there's no bone. Better to set Holly on the straight and narrow. Perhaps Xander could be like an aged family, but please don't go to the same direction as with Johnny, Days, who convinces her to fess up to what she did and become a better person. It's commodity he's learned the hard way, so he could keep Holly from making the same miscalculations as he did over and over again. Also, we've a feeling derailing EJ's plans for Tate would be icing on the cutlet for Xander. Also, Holly can redeem herself, win back Tate's trust and affection, and we have a full-blooded heritage love on our hands. And it would each be because Xander abducted Holly when she was a baby. Kind of. Is it crazy cleaner sense? Absolutely. But we so be then for it. Of course, Godfrey and Telfer weren't the only run sways Puzimis had during her behind-the-scenes day, as she gabbled it up with everyone from Abigail Klein, Stephanie, to Billy Flynn, Chad, who learned each about girl math. What's girl math, you ask? Well, it's a lingo and impertinent social media trend used to justify gratuitous purchases that, perhaps just watch the videotape below. So while suckers may be pulling their hair out at how Holly's destroying Tate's life, it's clear after getting to know Puzimis a bit more that she and her character are nothing likewise. Let's just hope Holly didn't use girl math to justify her medicine purchase at the end of the day. Puzimis wrapped up her Instagram preemption by pressing just how crazy effects can be in Salem. "I am on a cleaner pieces," she mirthfully explained, before switching over to her character. "Of course I was into an aged Joe who was wedded. But also he came my family and also I used the Joe who actually likes me to break them up. But that didn't work out, but also I decided to take medicines, but also I overdosed and I was in a coma for 2 months. But also I woke up, but I don't know how I got the medicines, but also, to be continued." Suspecting lawbreakers, growing closer, important places. Days of Our Lives, DOL, spoilers for Thursday, March 14th indicate some major stunners that are about to be dropped in the land of Salem. Days of Our Lives spoilers highlights some wonder who's to condemn for a recent captivity escape, while 2 musketeers grow closer and a character has some important instructions to over for a corner event. What kind of drama is set to unfold during Thursday's show? Time to dive right in. Days of Our Lives spoilers, who's to condemn for Clyde Weston's escape? DOL spoilers for Thursday, March 14th reveal that there will be some talk about Clyde Weston's, James Reed, escape, and who may have helped the medicine ringleader with it all. Days of Our Lives spoilers Thursday, March 14th suspecting lawbreakers, growing closer, important places. Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, is veritably suspicious of Ava Vitale, Tamara Braun, and he's not wrong. Still, will he ever guess that Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, and John Black, Drake Hodgson, were behind it, too? Meanwhile, added teasers suggest that Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, will wake up to an affable surprise, while with Ava. DOL spoilers, Maggie Kyriakis and Konstantin Melianis get closer across city. Days spoilers for Thursday, March 14th hint that Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, will get near to Konstantin Melianis, John Capellos. Also read, Days of Our